Nitocris. Oh, right, I should probably go through the whole story for funsies. Let's go through the story together, chat. Everybody get all comfy. Grab yourself some hot cocoa. Snuggle up to the screen and let Daddy Thor read you a story. Also, I'm gonna pop out the fan translation for this and see how accurate it is. Okay, so material, singularity log, to Camelot. Go to the Prelude. So that's why I've awakened you. You understand the situation, don't you? Of course I understand. We have no way of knowing what has become of the world. Zephyr, I'm gonna ban you if you keep bragging about how lucky you are. God damn it. However, that which I must accomplish is still here in my hand. Mind, body, and soul, the Holy Trinity, all of which have worn out during your long exile. Very well. I shall grant a sinner's promise. Know that this is your last chance. This is just prologue notes. It's not the actual, translation. I was hoping to see, a one-to-one translation here. But let's be perfectly clear, okay? Regardless of the result of this upcoming battle, you will die. Your soul exhausted, ousted from the cycle of reincarnation, your existence will fall into the void. Even then, do you still strive for the end of your journey? By the way, tell me if the music's too loud or quiet or anything. I can adjust. I put strength in my broken knees. I move my left arm, now as thin as a twig. He's right. I'm nothing but ash. I can barely lift a finger with this exhausted body. Just a touch too loud? Alright, let me lower it just a teeny bit. Maybe not that much. Just do a -1. I hardly have any soul left either. I've burned it all as fuel to move my broken body. My mind. It's worn out just like my body and soul. I no longer have any of it left. Nay, that alone shall not be the case. My mind, my will, they remain loyal to my king in his glory. I see. So you've decided to take a stand. Then take this. It is my parting gift to you. The place you will travel to is a hypothetical. A place standing at the edge of the world where chivalry is striving to be perfected. You shall face your former allies. You shall face the sin you've committed. Even so, the light in that hand shall never dwindle. Why, you ask? Because. Cliffhangers. Why won't the light dwindle, chat? Theories? When I came to my senses, I was already in this foreign land. The arid earth, the raging winds, the scorching atmosphere, all without signs of life. So long have I journeyed. No, it would be arrogant to call this a journey. It's like I've been wandering around all this time. As I wandered, I saw numerous worlds. Some worlds were beautiful, others ugly. Yet I've never known a hell like this. It brings to mind my own impoverished homeland. But isn't that a bitter thought? Compared to what I am witnessing, my homeland could be considered quite prosperous. I see. So this is the end of the journey that I was granted. I take a step onto the sandy earth. No matter what I must sacrifice, this time for sure, I will kill my king with my own hands. Damn, it's pretty good setup. Pretty good setup. This is when the story in Fate Go is supposed to get really, really good, by the way, chat. Like, Camelot is supposed to be when the writing gets really ratcheted up. Camelot's written by Nasu, actually. And Nasu is a good writer. I woke up at the same time again today. I checked my temperature, checked my 5 senses. I said my name out loud so I could understand it objectively. Mash Kirielite. Oh, shit!
Because it was my birthday yesterday, have a Jew roll on me.
Thank you very much, Zephyr Alter, for the $30 donation. I guess I'll have to have a Juroru on you. I like how that was the only Japanese there, was the 10. And, hey, Feel's birthday, man. Happy late birthday, Zephyr. Happy birthday, dude. I'm glad you had good rolls for your birthday. Anyway, let's get back to the story. Mashakiri Aelite. That was the name they gave me. A human being. By the way, I'm not going to do, like, voices and voice acting. Unless chat, like, demands the shit out of it. But we'll just read together. As if I was reading a visual novel to you. As if we were playing Steins Gate or something. Which, hey, that's also on sale. I wonder if chat wants... Nah, chat wouldn't like that. They don't want to know what happens on the Maho route. Hello, nice to meet you. Summon experiment number 2. Oh, no, that won't do. Starting today, I should call you by your proper name. Don't worry, I've stopped the recorders. Hello, Mashkiri Aelite. I'm Romani Archiman. From now on, I'll be your primary physician. Oh, is it alright if I take a seat here? Since that was unprecedented, my words and actions were delayed. No doctor has ever entered this room before. The Mahoha Mahu route? The reasoning was that it was sufficient to speak through the glass. Oh, is that right? To be able to convey your feelings even through glass. Jaldi is very advanced indeed. But I'm still quite an amateur. I can't have a proper conversation unless I talk to people directly like this. So please, don't hesitate to tell me what you think or feel. I want you to tell me all kinds of things. Communication is the best way to achieve mutual understanding. You can acquire far more information and feel someone else's warmth, right? So... see... I nodded. Indeed, more information can be acquired this way than through glass. The manner in which someone speaks, their gaze, temperature, scent, mannerisms, all things I've never experienced before. If such interactions are deemed human-like, for the first time I responded in a human-like fashion by agreeing to his proposal. Hello, nice to meet you, Dr. Romani. Oh, about that. I don't like the name Romani, you see, and the name Archiman is a bit pretentious. I'd like you to call me Roman. Dr. Roman, sounds good, huh? I know the word Roman may stem from Romanticism. It means to observe the world not by reason or logic, but to observe it spiritually, subjectively. The definition of the word changes from person to person. Even so, if I had to explain it, it's the philosophy of imagining a good future, a sense of fulfillment when living one's own life. By the way, nobody ever thinks like that, ever. That is specifically the writer like, hey guys, you know why I named him this? It's because of these reasons. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, pull your dick, stuff like that. Unlike my allotted period of activation, which is a detailed and efficient schedule. Perhaps the hopeful observation that tomorrow holds many possibilities is what the world is trying to express. My, it's quite a serious opinion you've got there. You sound like a senpai character from a Japanese... You sound like someone from my Japanese animes! Oh, but that should be okay. You've been in Chaldi a lot longer than I have, so that would make you my senpai. It's rather pathetic, actually. Although I'm the head of the medical department, for the longest time I didn't even know this section existed. I'm really sorry. Dr. Roman apologized to me for no reason. What a mysterious person. Also, he was wrong. The Japanese terms senpai and kohai are similar to that of a teacher and a student. However, I've yet to learn a single thing from the doctor. Since my knowledge was input from Shiba, that would make Shiba my senpai in terms of knowledge. And so when it comes to knowledge and information within Chaldia, I'm the kohai. Aside from that, though it may be impossible if I had a senpai in life, it would be someone inherently human, and of average status. Not the best, but a normal person who strives to do their best. I think it would be someone who doesn't hurt others and never gives up. An upright human being. After all, that's the kind of person I was modeled after when given life. See. You're right, not many people like that exist here in Chaldia. Staff here's made up of freaky geniuses. Yeah, there isn't anything normal or average about them. Well, good and bad, normal or not, I guess all that makes up what it means to be human. I'm sure one day you'll find a senpai you can truly rely on. Chat, that's us! The doctor's words left a really strong impression on me. A senpai that I could truly rely on. To imagine such a future sure made my eyes flicker with hope. Future filled with romance. Alright then. Once again, nice to meet you, Mash. Let's try to make this a lasting relationship. So this would probably be... Sure, I answered. I'm a designer baby created for experimental purposes. Therefore, my lifespan is predetermined. I've been in operation for more than 10 years. If my surgery succeeds, I can live for a few more years. Oh, I'm very happy. After all, I get to have self-awareness for that much longer. Cat Mash is gonna die. Wouldn't it be Not necessarily. It could be it could be there's various little, like, short noises that are made in Japanese language that just mean yeah. It means yeah. It's kind of like us going yeah. Instead of saying yes or yeah, it's yeah. Yeah. Yeah, chat, yeah. And thank you, Jarring, for 80 more bits. Thanks, dude. Death flags? Literally a death flag planted on a date saying this is when I die. Rip. There you have it. It's as much as I can disclose about MASH. Chaldi is an organization listed under the United Nations, yes. But it's actually also a research facility for the Mages Association. For the Animosphere family. In the name of safeguarding humanity's future, they carried out numerous unethical experiments. Namely, fusing a heroic spirit and a human. The demi-servant experiments. As you must know yourself, despite being used as familiars, heroic spirits are superhuman entities. They could even kill their own masters and return to the throne of heroes if they so desired. You could hardly call them safe weapons. As such, the previous director looked for a more reliable way to harness their power. Normally, you would use relics related to them as catalysts for the summoning, but Chaldia used human children instead. Children possessing not only magical circuits fit to summon heroic spirits, but also innocent souls. Using this method, Chaldia wanted to fuse heroic spirits with children and turn them into humans. Luposis is interrupting our deep story. Thank you so very much for 3 months in the basement. It's actually pretty nice down here. That's the Stockholm Syndrome talking, which means it's working. Thank you very much, Luposis, for the continued support. I really appreciate it. And look, I've now powdered your donut. Enjoy that delicious, delicious donut. So, using this method, Chaldia wanted to fuse heroic spirits with children and turn them into humans. Owing to this concept, the previous director secretly created children by artificial insemination in Chaldia. That was over 10 years ago at the turn of the 21st century. That was also how Mash was born. She's a human created through artificial insemination, through DNA manipulation. In terms of being created, you'd say she's similar to a homunculus. However, fundamentally, she's just a human with excellent magical circuits. Please, make no mistake about that. I'm also sure Mash doesn't want you to have the wrong idea about her. Of course, I wouldn't do that. You're right. It was stupid of me to assume that. Anyway, nearly 7 years after Mash's birth, they conducted the fusion experiment. Director Olga Marie did say that experiment failed. That was a long time ago, though. That was like nearly a year ago that we had that exposition. No, the summoning itself was successful. A heroic spirit was summoned within Mash. That was the second heroic spirit summoned by Chaldia. However, the heroic spirit did not awaken. It must have been a noble heroic spirit. They didn't want to acknowledge Chaldia's, previous director's, actions. Should I depart, the girl will die. Therefore, I will not leave, nor will I awaken. Mash proved that humans can fuse with heroic spirits, but at the same time proved how unethical those fusions can be. Even when they're anti-heroes, heroic spirits reject being fused with humans for some reason. So the fusion experiments were aborted. A year later, the previous director was found dead in his office. It was ruled a suicide based on the circumstances. Marie came here after that. The rest is exactly as you imagine. I somehow got Marie's permission to add Mash to the staff. Even if her heroic spirit never awakened, her capacity as a master is first class. I thought to myself, I won't let this precious resource go to waste. Kind of a scummy way to think of it. Initially, Marie was scared. Of course, who can blame her? First, the father she idolized passed away. Then she found out about his cruel experiment. She was so shocked she refused to eat for an entire month. Plus, she was like 30% more hysterical about everything. She was close to a mental breakdown when she took over as director, but the one thing that scared her more than anything, that was giving freedom to the one successful case of heroic spirit fusion. Since she was already so worried, it was only natural that she was scared of Mash. Mash is gonna take revenge on me. She'll viciously kill me in the restroom. Why wouldn't she? Marie would scream about that endlessly. However, even if as she was consumed by fear, she never once turned her back on Mash. That was her charm. She was so serious about everything. She'd never do anything immoral, no matter how much she hated it. Thanks to that, Mash was acknowledged as a human and given freedom within Chaldia. Of course, Her freedom was only allowed within Chaldea. Even though she possessed magical circuits any mage could dream of, her body was too pure. Having been raised in a sterilized room, her body couldn't adapt to the outside world. For as long as she remained operational, she'd only be able to live in Chaldea. As long as she remained operational? What makes Mash different from other human beings is that her lifespan has been predetermined. The designer babies created by Chaldea mostly ended in failure. Mash was one of the rare survivors. Even so, her cells started to degenerate at a rapid rate. She's Solid Snake! Her physical body won't age any more than it already has, so she won't die of old age. But she'll expire when her life force dries up. One day, suddenly, like a robot running out of batteries. Smacks hand on table. And you're fine with that, Doctor? Of course I worry about her and want to help her. Not heartless. But when it comes to her lifespan, I don't pity her. That would be an insult to her. Sure, her life has a definite end, but the same can be said for all life forms. Life is full of suffering and sorrow. In that regard, we're not so different from MASH. Humans cannot escape from the fear of death. Sorry, I'll get back on topic. MASH was then selected as a master candidate, and in a short time the top candidate of the A-team. Shortly after that, the light on Chaldeas disappeared. Olga Marie negotiated with the United Nations and got approval to investigate singularities with masters. That's when candidates like you were assembled, followed by that incident. Where the command room was damaged and you were race-shifted. It was then that MASH became a demi-servant. That must be the reason she can function in the outside world, albeit only in her race-shift destination. However, the fundamental problem still remains unsolved. By becoming a demi-servant, MASH acquired a more durable body. Even so, her cells have a lifespan. She can remain operational for at most 1 more year. That's what I wanted to tell you. Chat, I'm sad now. Chat, our Kohai is gonna die. We must save her. By looting her until she leaves offspring. Thank you, Omega Sang, for the resub. 2 months in a row. Thanks, dude. Get comfy. Does Mash know about that? I don't think so. At least, no one has spoken to her about it. Sorry. Doctor, Mash Kyrie Light's physical adjustment is over. Brainwaves, vitals, everything's normal. She should wake up any time now. What are your instructions? There's no need to put her to sleep again. Once she wakes up, make sure to respect her free will. Understood. We'll make preparations accordingly. Now then, Lord W. That's me, chat. It's me. Sure, Mash will come straight here after she wakes up. Before she arrives, I have a favor to ask of you. Please interact with her in the same way you always do. In Mash's eyes, the time you spend as friends has become something irreplaceable. That much is clear just by looking at her brainwave graphs since the start of the Grand Order. So I'd like you not to be overly considerate, or worry too much about her. Of course, I'm not going to tell her that I've spoken to you. So what do you say? Are you any good at acting? Like pretending you're seeing a movie for the first time even though you saw it already? I'll do my best, chat. Gambarimasu. Yes, please do that. Mash is a perceptive kid, so I'm sure she'll catch on eventually. But At least till then, I'd like her to enjoy herself whenever she's not in battle. Yes, that would be the best way to approach this. This is quite a compromise coming from Roman. Da Vinci? Have you been listening the whole time? Of course I have. It's you we're talking about. Who knows when you'll chicken out when talking about MASH? If that were to happen, I'd have to step up. I was planning to tell him everything I knew about MASH myself, but looks like you managed to do that. Thank goodness, and you handled it beautifully. You are currently the head of Chaldea, you know. If you let things get personal and take MASH off the front lines, you'll be facing Uomo Universal, okay? Not that naive, you know. I think I know what I must do and accomplish. Well, I might do something I'm not supposed to from time to time. Anyway, this talk about MASH is our secret. Make sure she doesn't find out no matter what. And besides, you know, if humanity itself ends up showing us the right path to take, perhaps there's a reward at the end of that path. A reward that would easily extend MASH's physical lifespan, or something like that. Now that's something the Holy Grail could be used for. Maybe the King of Mages is actually not all that. Maybe we can beat him without all 7 Grails. If we had just 1 Grail to spare, we could use it on MASH. It's not too much to ask for a happy ending like that, right? I like that idea, chat. We're gonna save the Kohai with the Holy Grail. I mean, if we're going by in-game stuff, I got a few Holy Grails. I could just throw one at her and be like, here, MASH, drink this. She'll drink the Holy Grail wine and be like, ooh, I'm alive forever. I can fix everything. Yeah, if that's possible. I wonder how... Whoa, foe! Oh, foe! Yeah, I can't do the high-pitched voice that foe would have. Sorry I'm late. MASH Kyrie Light, now attending the briefing 27 minutes late. So, you all seem to be having a good time chatting. Is something going on? MASH, are you feeling okay? MASH, are you feeling okay? Hey, you shouldn't be running around yet. You need to be getting lots of rest now, MASH. Ah, my. Ada, these two are hopeless, I see. Oh? Senpai? Doctor? Weren't you chatting? No, these two are just worrywarts. Look how flustered they are just because you passed out the one time. Oh, right, that. I'm sorry for making you all worry. It was such a long battle, and a war no less. Seems like my body sustained more damage than usual. But, as you can see, I've recovered now, so there's no problem. I've gained experience too, so that'll come in handy next time. Next time? Question mark. Yes, the staff mentioned that they'd found the coordinates for the 6th singularity. Was I mistaken? Ah, jeez. Should I have enforced a gag rule? The Banrune staff is so careless. But yeah, it's like you said, MASH. Master Thor W, we've pinpointed the 6th singularity. You and MASH will continue your search for the Holy Grail. Do either of you have any objections? I mean, we promised not to let on. We're good actors, chat. No objections. I'm the best voice actor ever. Hooray! Da Vinci is voiced by Shinobu. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she is. Right, me neither. I'll obey you, master. Oh! As you can see, Foe's motivated as well. I see. Then let's move up the schedule and start the briefing. About the sixth singularity we've discovered. The era is the 13th century. The location, Jerusalem, known as the Holy Land. To be precise, it's 1273 AD. The Ninth Crusade has just ended, and the Kingdom of Jerusalem has vanished from the face of the earth. The end of the Crusades. Sakamoto Maya voices multiple characters in Fate Go. She also voices Joan d'Arc and Joan d'Arc Alter. She voices Shiki. She voices Alexander, that's it. I was trying to think of who Mini Ishtar was. It's Alexander. And I think she voices one other one I'm not thinking of. All right, the other Shiki, duh, Void Shiki. Anyway, back to story time. The Western nations' withdrawal from Jerusalem has greatly affected the history of mankind. You could say it's an apt time and place to be chosen as a singularity. At least, that was the case until yesterday. The truth is, the sixth singularity was detected before the one in America. But the results from Sheba were just so unstable. The era couldn't be verified. At times, no observation could be carried out. Do you understand? It's not like all we observed was the red color of burning lands. There were times when the light of observation itself disappeared. In other words, the sixth singularity doesn't exist on the surface of Chaldeus. That section alone is hollowed out completely. That's right. This is unprecedented. The sixth singularity is trying to leave the flow of humanity. All race shifts until now have been battles against Solomon's holy grails. Each threatened to disrupt its respective era. This time, the singularity itself is becoming history that shouldn't exist. If we leave it alone, human history will be severely damaged, independent to the restoration of Solomon's incineration. Thus, the foundation of humanity evaluation of the sixth singularity is EX, meaning everything about it is unique. Once again, we can't provide much backup from Chaldea. We have no idea what's going on. Are you still willing to go with MASH? As always. Okay hand, chat. Okay hand. Chat, are you enjoying story time? Oh! Alright, then let's begin the race shift right away. Get into the coffins, you two. As usual, Da Vinci and I will be in the command room. Do 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 do. Oh? Hey, what are you doing? Why are you opening the remaining coffin? Huh? Oh, what do you mean? I'm going with them. Isn't that what we were talking about now? I mean, this is an unprecedented foundation of humanity EX. Lord W needs the help of a genius. It's not because you're bored, right? I'm not bored. I'm only slightly intrigued by the architecture of Jerusalem. My interest is purely artistic, so it's important for mankind. Baka! Post your bakas, chat. Baka. Baka. Anyway. Idiot! I never gave you the go-ahead. Once you race shift to the singularity, you can't return to Chaldia till the foundation of humanity is repaired. If something happens, it'll be too late. What'll become of Chaldia if something happens to you? Hey you, I may love myself, but even that remark makes me mad. What Chaldia needs right now is a human. You, Romani. I'm just a carefree servant. Foe. If you're so insistent, I don't think I can stop you. Oh, you are the ideal support for these two. Right. Leave the front lines to me and get yourself a good long rest. Alright, so why don't we head out? Thor W, MASH. Even if the difficulty level is EX, basically it's still 13th century Jerusalem. Jerusalem draws people of many faiths. The battlefield will almost certainly be in the city. And if that's the case, I can do my part, and then some. If it's in the city, we won't have to travel far, unlike America. Foe! Foe! Yes, I can't wait to taste the local food. All right, this way, please, foe. Oh! Looks like MASH can communicate with foe in some way, after all. Thor W. We may be out of our element, but our game plan hasn't changed. Find what's causing the disruption in that area and retrieve it, or else destroy it. I don't think Solomon will be around to get in the way, but be especially alert all the same. Leave it to us. That's what I like to hear. Alright. Race shift program, start. Race shift program, starto! Yahoo! Finally, I'm a member of the Grand Order team in search of the Holy Grail. Getting so fired up! Alright, Doctor. See you again in the command room. Thank you for all your concern. Right. Go on then, MASH. Whatever you do, make a journey you won't regret. He's sad. Unsummon program. Start. Spiritron conversion. Start. Race shift starting in 3, 2, 1. All procedures cleared. Grand Order. Commencing operation. That's a cool animation every time. Traveling around America on foot, yeah. The middle of, like, the 18th century or something. The divine realm of the Round Table, Camelot. Wait, Camelot wasn't during Jerusalem? Alright, we will continue this in just a sec. But I need to grab another bottle of water, because I'm thirsty after all that reading. And I'm back. Immersion ruined? Well, normally I'd be brought to an immediate area, have to click a node, and then do stuff, but we're brought to an immediate area, and then I'll have to click a node, and then we'll do stuff. I've already done the story. I've done a couple parts of it. We'll just read through to where I am and get caught up, and then continue on from where I am. And we'll play Camelot live. I haven't gotten to any of the good battles or anything like that. So don't worry, I've only gotten to Section 3 out of, like, how many? Let me check this. Section 3 out of 17. So don't worry, chat. There's a lot of Camelot to go for me. But we'll read this to get caught up, so we're all on the same page, right? You guys like visual novels, don't you? You like being read to in a soft, gentle voice as I
Get a lot closer to the mic and whisper into it? Oh, yeah. You fucking like that, chat?
Anyway, continuing with the story. I don't know how loud that was, or how loud my mic gets if I get right up on it, but hey. So there you have it. Thank you for everything, fellows of the Round Table. It's Mordred! Huh? Why is everyone looking so serious all of a sudden? Did I say something wrong? I mean, all I said was I'm getting bored of this town, so I'm taking my leave, right? Of course. In other words, Xuanzang Sanzang, you just announced that you were breaking away from us. Why's it gotta be like that? I have no intention of becoming your enemy. I mean, I only meant to make a brief stop here. You see, I'm on my way back from Tianzhu, and I have to get home. And what I'm saying, that we cannot believe that, is that we cannot believe that. Xuanzang Sanzang. I hope I'm saying her name right. I don't know if I am. You are already a servant, meaning there's no point for you to repeat actions taken when you were alive. You have no reason nor responsibility to go back home. In fact, your home doesn't even exist in this world. So, please enlighten me. Where exactly are you going? Oh, come on. It's nothing material like that. I'm simply following my heart. My purpose is to go home. I'm a monk whose worth is in the steps I've spent on my journey, and I get really lonely without my disciples. Yes, I do find this city amazing. It's peaceful, prosperous, beautiful, and no one is hungry. I'm sure that this is what people mean when they speak of utopias. Thank you very much. It makes us proud to hear you say that. For that very reason, Lady Sanzang, I must ask you, is staying in this castle not an option? Thank you, Gawain. I love how chivalrous you are to women. But please, let it go. This is just who I am. I'm gonna start off by going to the desert. Oh, I'm taking Toto with me. Alright? Now then. Thank you for everything you've done for me. Bye-bye. Ciao. Zaijian. And there she goes. How unfortunate. That woman was truly like the sun. Her presence alone lit up the whole place. Really? I actually feel relieved. I never liked her. So, what you gonna do, Agravain? You know no one's supposed to leave the castle without Father's approval. Isn't that one of the rules of this round table? Besides, she's a pain in the ass. I agree with you, Mordred. However, the king has already granted approval. No one shall stop Xuanzang Sanzang if she says she's going to leave the castle. Ah, you gotta be kidding. Such a perfect chance to stab her in the back, too. Oh well. That desert is ruthless. She won't survive by herself. Don't you agree, Trist? Oi! You still alive there, you bastard? Pardon me. I wasn't asleep, by the way. Please, continue your conversation. Don't mind me. Also, if you wish to have a conversation about women, you should talk to Lancelot instead. Ah, how very sad indeed. He's the one more experienced with love. Sir Agravain, as his adjutant, only you can speak to the king directly. Did the king say anything else? About the holy city, about how we're protecting it? Know your place. The king has no words for the likes of you. Only your loyalty is required of you. Yes, Xuanzan Sanzong is a foreigner. However, she was not the traitor that the Starseer prophesied. That's all. When the foreign star shines, the bond of the white will crumble. Of the white wall crumbles. The king's power wanes, and the divine tower falls. What a beautiful and sad poem. Yes, if it's required of me, I can still go after her now. The king has spoken. Leave Xuanzan Sanzong be. What you should be worrying about are any foreigners arriving next. The burden of protecting humanity is surely heavy. Soon, the last master of this world shall arrive. The king has instructed us not to show disrespect to our guests. However, the king bears the responsibility of shouldering the entire world. We will deal with all the trivialities ourselves. Is that understood, O brave knights of the Round Table? I expect true loyalty from all of you. Loyalty from Mordred? From the knight famous for stabbing his own father in the back? I don't know about that. Master! Master, please come over here. You'll get blown away if you stand there. Oh! 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 My eyes! My eyes! Well, that doesn't look like Jerusalem at all. This can't be Jerusalem. There's sandstorms everywhere. Master, Da Vinci, please get behind that boulder. Another gust is coming. Okay, behind those mysterious bones, right? Wow, this is as big as a dragonkin's. Anyway, did you get in touch with Roman? He better be working on an apology for this kind of miscalculation. The communication with Chaldea is unstable. I'm sure the doctor's working on resolving it. Well, this place is ranked DX. Precisely, Master. Let's assess the situation by ourselves for now. The ray shift was successful. Target location was supposed to be the 13th century Middle East. However, we ended up in the middle of a sandstorm. Is it common for Jerusalem of this era? We got sent too far into the past. Boy, do I have a special punishment in store for Romani when we get back. Wait. This era? If this is a different era, then... Give me a minute. Let me run over some data. Oh, wait, that's the sound Foe made. Foe's going wild, too. Master, it's a hostile life form. Something's emerging from the sandstorm. Visibility couldn't be worse, but prepare for battle. For now, let's just make sure we're safe. Okay, leave it to me. Let me show you my omnipotence, my universal wisdom. It's a horrible location for a maiden battle, but hey, think of it this way. The ultimate beauty remains even in a sandstorm. Be dazzled by the secret weapon of the universally gorgeous secretary servant, Da Vinci-chan. Chat, do you think Da Vinci still has a staff, so to speak? And then we do a fight against some enemies. And now it's time for the scene after. Imagine I just fought some enemies, chat. Imagine it. Wait, that last enemy was odd. I couldn't see that well with all the sand, but... Yes, odd indeed. It looked like a golem, but the sandstorm made it hard to tell. What about you, Master? Any ideas what it was? It was a knight in armor. I remember. A huge knight in armor? I see. Must be easier to identify enemies from a position overlooking the battlefield. I couldn't see a thing. When you're up close to them, all you could make out of this storm was a silhouette. Wait, more enemies incoming. My whole body's tingling. Something abnormal is on its way here, Master. Oh. Oh! The numbers are off the chart. That flapping sound and silhouette. It can't be. Thor, no time to sit around. Our next opponent is without a doubt a powerful one. It was a Sphinx, chat. We defeated the giant life form. Except we didn't eliminate it. It only appeared that way. See, that was among the most powerful kind of demonic beasts. A phantasmal that's perhaps even stronger than Dragonkin. I knew it. So that indeed was a Sphinx. A divine beast from ancient Egypt that has a man's face and a lion's body. Yeah. That damage we just inflicted. It was nothing more than a yawn to such a creature. It'll recover in the blink of an eye. Let's get out of here. It's too tough to go up against a Sphinx by ourselves. But where can we go? I wish we could get some kind of data from the doctor about this area. Oh, we don't have to worry about that. Scanning the area is just a piece of cake for me, you know. Beep beep. Alright, I found a source of water to the west of here. Not only that, it seems there's a city there. Let's go there first. You need to rest too, right, Thor? I mean, I can keep going. I'm a man. I'm the master around here. I can keep going for hours on end until both of you are out of breath and on the ground exhausted. Game's more popular than I thought. It's like top 5 all the time, always in Japan for mobile games. And it's doing pretty well in NA, too. The NA servers aren't doing too bad. They're not as big as Japan, but still, it's doing well. It's the Fate. It's Fate. Fate's good. Also, this story is written by Nasta, so it's really good. No, Senpai, your lips are all chapped, and you're looking very pale. We should do as Da Vinci suggested. Head for that water source. Don't play the game, but you've seen it? It's a fine game. I think that was Welcome by the Sand 1, so we should be on 2 now. Sorry, I'm catching my particular chat up to the story, because some stuff off screen to make sure I didn't waste time, because it released yesterday, but my internet was dead, so I couldn't stream it, and you know how it is. So it's just visual novel time for a little while. Get comfy. We've covered about 10 kilometers so far. Master, just hang on for a little bit longer. Or would you like me to carry you? If you ride on my shield, then I can just pull it. For some reason, I can't breathe. Just as I thought. The mana density in the atmosphere is too high here. Here, Thor, take this. A portable oxygen canister? When did you... It's a mana blocking mask I made in a hurry. The atmosphere here is too harsh for humans. Hey, that's what I'm here for. Still, a little thank you would be nice. Come on, shower me with your admiration. Well, either way, we'll be at the water source soon. You can see that building beyond the sandstorm, right? That must be a temple. If we can at least get in there, then we should be able to. Sorry, forget everything I just said. This place is no good. We have to turn back. Why? We're so close. That we are, but I can see countless shadows in the area between here and the temple. Look closely. I don't see nothing. 1, 2, oh, oatmeal. Kirby is a... You're right. They're all wandering around. Wonder what they are. They're the same kind of sphinxes we encountered earlier. They're roaming around the temple freely. See, that many sphinxes could be pretty tough to deal with. By the way, chat, the sphinx enemy that you fight in here is actually pretty tough. Strong enemy. It's suicidal to pass through here. Let's find a different shelter. By the way, I got a pretty good idea who's residing in that temple. We can't enter on our own, so let's look for another route. Why is Da Vinci a woman, or you skipped your world history lessons? Because Da Vinci, being the genius that he is, decided he wanted to be beautiful and cute and the greatest genius of all time, and decided, hey, why not just put myself into a Mona Lisa body and be awesome? And also give myself a cyborg hand. Da Vinci decided, I want to be a girl. And the greatest question of all is, does Da Vinci still have a staff? Other than that staff? Most people say yes. And then put a gotcha-gasm behind that, or an oh I trap. Hey, if need be, I'll even supply my universal secret cottage that you might see in games, so rest easy. It's comfortable for up to 3 uses, so... Eh? Oh, that's good reference to RPGs. I love the cottage item. The cottage item is OP. Full heal, 3 uses at any field battle? Oh my... Any field before a battle? Cottage item is the best. I think I just saw some shadows heading this way from the temple. The sphinxes? Alright, let's make a run for it. I thought I glimpsed a skull mask as well, but whatever. A skull mask? Master, is something bothering you? Whoa, they're moving way too fast. See, Thor, I told you to move. Huh? For sphinxes, their magical energy level is too low. And this number... Are they humans? They caught on pretty fast. Sending soldiers after us, eh? How clever of you, Sun King. Those monsters won't dare to hurt us as long as we have the Queen. But the humans are different. She has no influence over them. There's no time. Get rid of them. But let one of them live. It'll be a valuable source of intel. Enemies sighted. I'm counting 10 of them, all human. One of them's carrying a bound woman. Senpai, your orders. Hit them with the flats of your blades. Right. Please leave it to me, Master. In this series, King Arthur and Paul Bunyan are also girls, so why not Da Vinci? Well, yes. Because, mainly because, man, she's got a really nice face. Mainly because if you took every popular great hero through time and just made them a 1-to-1 gender in this game, it'd be about 95% male. As for King Arthur being female, that's because who doesn't want to fuck King Arthur, right? I mean, Artoria's good waifu. Hey, always number 1. Thanks for being here. What's up? Who else is gender flipped? Let's think. Oh boy, that's a big number. So, we've got King Arthur and Mordred as well. We've got Da Vinci. We've got Ushiwakamaru. We've got, God damn it. Attila the Hun. That's it, thank you. Caesar? No, Caesar is male. We've got Attila the Hun. We've got Frankenstein, although you could just call her the Bride of Frankenstein, but I'm going to say Frankenstein. Or Frankenstein's monster, I should say. We've got... Let's see, who else? I'm looking through a list of servants right now, and I'll tell you which ones are gender swapped or not. I'm actually going through a long list of them that aren't right now. We've got Nero Claudius. We've got Okita Soji. We've got Jack the Ripper. We've got Oda Nobunaga. We've got Raiko, Minamoto no Raiko. We've got Miyamoto Musashi. Let's see, who else? Who else is gender swapped? The female Hassans technically? I guess so, yeah. Since every Hassan is the old man of the mountain. We've got... Is Quetzalcoatl supposed to be female or male in the mythology? Because Quetzalcoatl is female in this one. Francis Drake. Ibaraki and Shuten Doji. Boop, boop. Quetzal's male in Fate Go, but because Venus became a woman... Look, she's female. Just make it simple here. I think Kato Danzo is another gender swap. Enkidu question mark? Yeah, Orion is the bear. Artemis is the female. But also yes. The Aztecs, I think Quetzalcoatl is male, so okay, we can count Quetzalcoatl. Obviously Paul Bunyan. There's quite a few. There's quite a few. And then there's plenty that aren't. There's quite a few that aren't as well. Yeah, I said Musashi Miyamoto. We anyway. Continuing. My mask. Oh, it's just Hassan. Hey Hassan, what's up? What kind of reaction is that? Don't be so casual with our names, Baka. She has a pretty face, chat. Look at her face. That's a pretty face. Please forgive us, Lord 100 Personas. It seems these are no ordinary soldiers. The design of that girl's armor. She's most likely from the Holy City. All those muscles? Yeah, she's the Absassin. The rest of you fall back. We're up against servants. You'll all easily be killed. Or not. And just struck with the flat sides of their blades. Are you underestimating us? Mocking us? We of the mountain don't deserve your blades? Fine. Either way, this battle is ours as long as we still have our lives. Our current objective is to take the queen. Now that we have our prisoner, those cursed sphinxes... about that. During our battle just now, that trickster over there... Oh, hello. Oh, hello. But I'm not a trickster, I'm a genius. And one who doesn't miss any chances at that. I grabbed your prisoner while Thor was fighting. Who are you people? Do you work for Ozymandias? I'm Thor W. How you doing? Hey, how you doing? I am the Hassan of the 100 Personas, one of the leaders of the West, an old man of the mountain. I have a sit rep. The Sphinxes are coming back, and some strange creatures wearing cloth are with them. Idiot! They're Medjed. Don't look them in the eye or you'll be cursed. Damn it. We failed again. Retreat! Make sure you don't drop the food we took. Listen up, shield girl and staff woman. Wait, woman? Whatever, you there with the staff. Didn't she just blush? She did. You too, human. And you, little wolf cub. Just you wait. I will never let this go. Wait, hear us out. We're cool. Hassans never wait when told to wait. Farewell, you slowpokes. Sandstorms are an everyday thing for us. We're protected by our wind-deflecting amulets. Sha-sha-sha. Sha-sha-sha. Pocket sand. Your wife just got another cosplay idea. Oh, what? If it's for the Hassan, then that's pretty easy cosplay. Also, she's got a really cool-looking skull mask. The enemies are moving away fast. We lost track of them. Too bad. We finally ran into people we could talk to. Never mind that. Da Vinci! You kind of stole that girl. Right, the woman they captured. Hi, leave it to me. I'm taking the ropes and gag off of her right now. Wait, no. Leave the ropes on. Did they put her to sleep? Oi! Oi! Oi, wake up! Wake up! 1 in a million genius is standing right in front of you! Oh god, slap the shit out of her. Yeah, take it. Oh, Pharaoh. Please don't pull my hair like that. It may look like an ear. It's a magical catalyst evoking Horus. Oh, not bedhead either. Huh? Huh? Oh, she's awake. Oh, this doesn't look good. Right, she's frozen stiff. Insolent fools! Who are you? Do you know who I am? How dare you treat the pharaoh Nitocris thusly? Nitocris? She's the sorceress queen of ancient Egypt, master. Yes, she doesn't look intimidating anymore after all that, but she's indeed a powerful heroic spirit from 2000 BC. Oh, she wants to cosplay Newt from Xenoblade 2? Oh, yeah. Good luck with that with the giant arms, but yeah. Whispering behind my back, Are you making a mockery of me? Oh, that's right, you already have. You drugged me and dragged me outside the temple. I cannot show any sympathy to such vulgarity. Normally I'd question your allegiance to the Sun King. But first, you will have to do something incredible to earn the forgiveness of Queen Nitocris. Mirror of the Underworld, appear. Please, pay them back 1,000-fold for the humiliation they've caused. Nitocris's mirror. Master, she's getting ready for battle. She's mistaken us for the people who abducted her. I'd like to talk it over with her. Oh boy, that was a bust. Guess I shouldn't have poked her all over with my staff. Oh, we've got no choice. We can't prove our innocence anyway, and that queen doesn't look like a good listener. First, we're gonna have to fight her. Let's go, Thor. Thor W. Bump, bump, bada bump, bump, bada bump, 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 bump. And then we beat her in a fight, chat. As I have only just awoken, I am merely at half strength. But no matter. It's surprising to be pushed this far. However, I must say, those were some drastic measures. You're quite the warriors, I'll give you that. However, your trial begins now. You committed a grave sin by disgracing me, and I want to know whether you can atone for it. The Pharaoh granted this divine beast to me. You shall be tested by it until you are torn limb from limb. You know, this is kind of a misunderstanding. I mean, yeah, this is a misunderstanding. How shameless. Do you really think I'd believe you? Please listen, Queen Nitocris. We really did save you, after you were captured by assassins. Even so, that doesn't change the fact that you witnessed my disgrace. Besides, you don't have any proof. Why did you save me? Did you happen to be here out of coincidence? And you saved me, despite not even knowing my name? That's an impossible story. Saving a stranger for no reward in this land at the end of the world. Well, nothing seems to be getting through to her. You might have no choice but to defeat her. I mean, she doesn't seem like a bad person, just kind of dumb. Still so passive, even after all of this. Did they really save me? No, no. You bear the armor of the knights from the holy city. I cannot trust you. Go, Sphinx. Bestow upon them the judgment of the great Sun King. Sphinx? Fighting a divine beast in our current situation is too harsh. No. Please raise your head. No divine beast could shatter your shield. Above all, the justice you stand for is right. You'll easily overcome a battle born of a misunderstanding such as this. Who are you? We've yet to forge a bond for you to know my name. You may consider me the same as an enemy for now. You must be the one called Thor W, yes? I'm Lucius, a servant without a master. I just couldn't help but interrupt. You may think I'm meddling, but please forgive me for that. If you don't mind, I can lend some assistance. My sword is yours. Make use of me as you will. Oh yeah. We get a new waifu, I mean, husbando. Waifu. You look so weak, but you've got a big mouth. I'll crush you both and make you all my slaves. Now prepare yourselves. Ah, delicious. My apologies. Oh, that line could have been delivered different. My apologies. And then does it. Amazing. The Sphinx has been completely eliminated. I'm not detecting any Spiritron reconstruction. That arm. That knight's right arm. There's no doubt. That's the radiance of Ergetlam. Ergetlam. Ergetlam? How do you pronounce this, chat? I don't know. Ergetlam. Yeah? I'm gonna stick with that. It's the divine arm of the Celtic war god Nuada. Nuada. Ergetlam. Oh, okay. Since it's Celtic. Yeah. Ergetlam. He's using a mystic of divine spirit class? What? The Pharaoh's divine beast? The noble beast Lord Ozymandias entrusted to me. It's been completely eradicated from the earth. Just who do you think you are? That's why I apologized. I concluded you wouldn't settle down unless I dealt the final blow. Now listen, awoken Pharaoh, incarnation of the god Horus Nitocris. It's true that they saved you. I witnessed it myself, after all. They saw that you were about to be taken by the Old Man of the Mountain company and saved you honorably. You still refuse to believe it, then I will have no choice but to use this silver arm once more. Chat, I want to point out that Lucius, quote-unquote, here, looks very similar to Artoria. Same hairstyle, just about. You know, a little bit wider and a bit taller because male. Bedivere is like a male with a female symbol behind it, instead of a female with a male symbol behind it, right? Yeah. Yeah. Have to cook something quick for dinner, don't activate the bed scene. Don't worry, we're not at that part of the visual novel yet. We'll get to the hentai scene later. Do you wish to lose the Sun King's trust even more? Will your own standing not become precarious as well? But you aren't even citizens of Egypt. You have no reason to help me. Then let me ask in return. The people of the mountain aside, do the Knights of the Holy City have reason to abduct you? I suppose that... Only the people of the mountain have the ability to sneak into my temple. Nitocris seems depressed now. Maybe she's regretting her actions. Yes, now would be the chance to press her for answers. Sure, go right ahead. Oh! Thank you, Red Burning Dragon, for the bits. 5 party bits before work. Have a good day at work, dude. Thanks for hanging. You finally believe us! Eh? Why are you shouting like that all of a sudden? We saved you, right? You got a problem? That's... No. Now that I think about it calmly, there's no other explanation. Look at her blush, she's so embarrassed. You have my gratitude, travelers. I'm sorry. My short temper got the best of me again. By the way, we'd like some water. Water? In that case, there's an oasis nearby. We want some fruit, too. Foo! That's right. And we want to take a bath and relax, too. And we want you to strip. I mean, what? What's with them acting so brazenly? Oh, but it did save me, so I need to show my gratitude. Very well, I understand. I'll make a special exception and welcome you as my guests. You'd like some hospitality, right? In that case, escort me back to Ramsium Tenteris. Ramsium Tenteris, the most prosperous and ideal nation in the desert. Normally, you need to answer a Sphinx's riddle to get inside, but I hereby bestow upon you the honor of entering its walls. Fo! Fo's happy. All right, well, supper of the king. Let's go talk with King Ramses. With Ozzy. With Dio. Let's go talk with Dio, because that's who he really is. Chat, I really want Nitocris. You know why? Because her final art is okay hand and plus times 1,000. You want to see what her final art looks like, chat? Let me show you. This is Nitocris' final art. Okay hand times 10 trillion. She do, chat. She got that booty. Also, she looks opulent as fuck. Like, the appearance we have right now is her second ascension. That's what we're seeing in game. But for her final ascension, she gets like tons of gold all strewn through her hair, and it looks really cool. She's only got those gold bits covering her nips. That's right. That's right. That's right, chat. Oh yeah. Anyway. O winds, I release you from your duties. By the name of Nitocris, give us a view into the heavens. He looks like known Summer Jack. Which kind of does, actually, yeah. I wish known Summer Jack would stop photoshopping her nipples and whatnot out of her cosplay pics. It's disturbing. At least, like if you don't want to show nip, just wear something that doesn't show nip. When you Photoshop it out, it just looks wrong. It's wrong. Anyway, the storm has ceased, Senpai. The sky's perfectly clear. Blue as far as the eye can see. On Summerjack cosplayed her? I can't imagine why she would cosplay someone who is just so cosplayable for her. Look, Non Summerjack is doing God's work, keeping the very tan Gyaru appearance alive. There needs to be more of those in the world. What a pleasant smile. It was worth putting on such a show. But that band of light exists in the skies of this era, too. Yes, quite frustratingly. The only thing that needs to shine in the sky is the sun. Sup, Turnt Yakuza, how you doing? Oh god. No. No. Get him out of here. Get Kide out of here. We don't need no Yorokobes. Yorokobe shonen. Excuse me. Hold on.
Yorokobe shonen.
There we go. Yorokobe shonen. Kimi no nagai. What is it? Kimi no nagai wa yoyaku kana. That's it. Yeah. Yorokobe shonen. Kimi no nagai wa yoyaku kana. There we go. All you need to do now is head west. You should reach the Grand Temple in about 2 hours. That's good. Then I'll take my leave here. May good fate accompany your journey. Speaking of good fate, this Camelot story's pretty good. You aren't coming with us? I have no business at the Grand Temple, nor a reason to stop you from going. We really were simply brought together by coincidence. I've always been a wanderer. I'm unfit to keep the company of others. Tech. He left. Mash, did you feel anything strange from that servant just now? Nostalgia, perhaps? Or that you know him somehow? I didn't really feel anything in particular. Well, no. I actually did have a strange sensation. We're both servants, but something seemed different. Isn't that Illipansu emote from a doujin? The drawing style's very familiar. You know, just slightly similar to Aoi Musume, you know, Lemon Maiden. Might possibly be from something there. It is. It 100% is. See. Lucius really might be his true name. Don't know what to make of that, though. Right. Is his true name Lucius Strange? Is it a strange name? It's not really strange, but saying the name itself is something of a joke. Lucius is the name of a Roman emperor who appears in the Historia Regum Britanniae. Historia Regum Britanniae. Britanniae. He didn't achieve any particular feats worth mentioning. Anyway, the issue isn't his true name. What's strange is the noble phantasm on his right arm. That was Nuada's right arm. The shining arm. Ergitlim. Ergitlim. See, it's Celtic, so you gotta say it angrily. Ergitlim. Well, he isn't actually Nuada, so there's no mistake that it's a replica. Lots of emotes from doujins, it's true. Take, or from just Pixiv images of hentai. Take Forsenlude, for example. That's from a hentai image. Take Forsen's previous lewd emote of, Hinata from Hayate no Gotoku, or Hayate the Combat Butler. That is also from a doujin. And I know exactly what page it was from. Exactly the page. And which doujin it was, and all that stuff. I know everything about it. In fact, look, this is Fate. Did you know Fate has doujins and is actually a hentai game, chat? The true end to this is the hentai route, where we get to lewd every servant. That when you bond 10 literally every servant in the game, you unlock the secret hentai scenes with each of them. And when I say lewd every servant, I mean every servant. Especially Spartacus and Hercules, chat. You gotta get up in there. Anyway, back to story. But even then, its power was extraordinary. It was able to defeat a sphinx, a creature of near divinity. What kind of mechanism could be behind it? Curious. So curious. And as someone who also has an artificial arm, I'm also envious. I want something like that too. I want to defeat a sphinx all by myself too. That's enough useless chat. Are you going to the Grand Temple or not? I'm not made of time, you know. If I don't return by evening, they'll realize that I've been abducted. How disgraceful. I think it's already a little up. Astolfo. I mean, Astolfo gets looted a lot. A lot. Da Vinci's metal arm isn't a gauntlet? No, Da Vinci's metal arm is a metal arm that Da Vinci made. It's kind of like a cyber arm that she made. We'll just say she. It'll make things simpler. I'm sorry, Queen Nitocris. We totally forgot you were there. You act polite, but you've got a sharp tongue, girl. What's your name? Oh, pardon my rudeness. My name is Mash Kyrielite. This is Da Vinci, and this is our master, Thor W. Hey, how's it going? Very well. It's a little late, but I'll forgive you. None of the names are on the criminal register. Oh, that's a relief. Now then, I bestow upon you the duty of escorting me. Protect me until we reach the Grand Temple. We need to protect you? The Queen? Everything we've heard up to now suggests that this desert is your domain. This isn't my domain, it's the Sun King's. And it's not even a domain per se, it's a land at the end of the world. Stopping the sandstorm like I did means that demonic beasts outside of our control will invade. That's why you must guard me, just in case. You have a responsibility to bring me to the Grand Temple. I see. Beasts outside of your control. I see, that's convincing, yes. Understood, Master. Executing orders. Queen Nitocris, is that thing sneaking up behind you a creature of the desert? Eh? Scree! I don't recall ever seeing such a demonic beast. Destroy it, Thor! Don't you what-face me. Don't you what-face me, Chad. I will screech at you like crazy if you do. How dare you what-face me. Okay. Where did those beasts come from? I've never seen or heard anything like them. This channel is cursed. You're watching the voice actor for Bloodborne, chat. I voiced literally every one of the bosses in Bloodborne, didn't you know? Yorokobe shonen. Kimi no nagai wa youyaku ka. Oh yeah, that's right. We fought octopuses. They were octopuses. Really? Question mark? No, but that's a joke we like to tell because I can make noises like that. I could make noises closer to like Vicar Amelia too if I wanted to. With a much higher pitched one, but it's a little harder to do. Shy Lurker has subscribed. Thank you very much, Shy Lurker. I see you're doing your job and shyly lurking. Thank you so very much for the subscription, dude. Welcome. Glad to have you here. And chat, be sure to you see that corner in the basement? That's where Shy Lurker is. Focus all of your tentacles all over it. Loot it until it's nothing but a puddle of fluids. Anyway, continuing. Maybe we're the ones who lured them out, seeing as how we're, shouldn't say we're from Chaldea. Nitocris isn't exactly an ally, after all. Seeing as how you're what? Oh, seeing as how we're just traveling performers carrying rare goods. Of course things like that would come after us. Suspicious. It's clear that you aren't subjects of the Sun King, but where exactly are you from? Are you mountain people or citizens of the Holy City? Besides, what exactly is a master? I heard the Pharaoh mention that term a few times. You're a servant, but you don't even know what a master is. Look at that angry, Joan Alter. Expect me to voice Bloodborne hentai, if anything? A slightly aroused, screeching Vicar Amelia for all the furries? Can I do an aroused screech? I should look into that sometime. Anyway, even if you were summoned by the singularity, the Holy Grail, You should have at least some knowledge as a servant. I was summoned by the great pharaoh, the Sun King Ozymandias. He ordered me to work for him. That's all I need to know. I don't know what it means to be a servant. I'm a pharaoh first and foremost. Being a heroic spirit comes second. Thought for a second I was going to try. I mean, I could, but I don't want chat to wet their pants. In arousal. So, that name comes up after all. Okay, well, this'll be a long story. Let's talk while we walk. Queen Nitocris, you're in charge of these sandstorms. Well, not just them, but the protection of the desert as a whole. By the way, chat, I'm really envy people who are good at making environments and stuff, especially clouds. I cannot, for the life of me, make clouds in Photoshop or anything like that. Like, draw good-looking clouds like this. I've tried a lot. It's just so beyond me. I need to, like, watch someone do it 1,000 times until I figure out what they do and then copy it. Because that's what I'm good at. I'm a faker. I can't draw my own stuff for shit. As you could tell by my own art that we did earlier. But I can certainly copy someone else's stuff relatively decently if I see it a few times. Anyway. You haven't been given any other knowledge at all. Am I correct in assuming this? I wouldn't say none at all. I am aware of the state of the war. Pharaoh Ozymandias rose to power not long after being summoned to this area. Makes sense, it's Ozymandias. The territory of Egypt is proof of that. The pharaoh saved his subjects that were summoned together with the land. Shy Lurker, thank you very much for gifting a sub to Invada. Invada, welcome. You have invaded my stream. Ha 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 ha. Hilarious. Anyway, enjoy the donut as given to you by Shy Lurker. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much, Shy Lurker, for gifting a sub. Appreciate it. Look at that look at that face. I feel like I know that face from something. Watch some Bob Ross episodes, you learn to do backgrounds in no time? I don't know. I don't know about that. That's a Musashi. I know that one. Anyway. Continuing. Subjects were summoned with the land? See, that's interesting. That's right. Likely due to the pharaoh's great power. For normal heroic spirit summons, it's only the individuals. The hero themselves. However, Pharaoh Ozymandias was different. In his case, he is the nation. When he appears, it's only natural that his lands would also be restored. Anyway, the pharaoh showed us his right to rule as king. However, there were some who opposed him. They were the indigenous, the Saracen mountain people, and the citizens of the holy city you mentioned. The people of Jerusalem, right? Wait a second. Did you just say Jerusalem? Your Majesty? Who exactly are you really? Mentioning Jerusalem after all this? That doesn't exist anymore. The Holy Land was destroyed. All those who live in this land already know that. Wait, what's that supposed to mean? I thank you for saving me. However, this is a different issue altogether. I knew I couldn't allow you to enter the Great Temple. Your actions will be what decides that. Come, envoys of the king, ascertain the truths of these people. Oh, goddammit, Darude is playing again. Do. Yes. Before the singularity was completed, and before it was put out, it was called Jerusalem. Because we're going to Jerusalem. However, it was called Camelot later because Nasu made some changes and stuff. Anyway. Your Majesty! Master, Queen Nitocris is getting ready for battle! No. I won't fight. That's the least I can do to pay you back. They will be the ones to test you. You have a choice before you. Live in this land and dedicate yourselves to the Sun King. Or you may refuse. Refusal means that the wastelands of death will be your final resting place. Either that, or the Lion King's. No. No, that will not happen. Fate converges upon our king Ozymandias. O great lion-bodied beasts, bestow a trial upon them. Show me the truth they stand by. Hey, Turn Yakuza, what's up? The kings of Egypt, the pharaohs, had a different level of authority than the kings of other nations. They were worshipped as gods that rule over men, and they flaunted their power as such. A living god is the most suitable term. However, Queen Nitocris, I feel a little sorry for her. I don't know, she seems nice. She's too nice. Yes, exactly. The Sphinx's power is being kept to about 10%. This may be convenient for us, but living as a pharaoh like this must be harsh for her. Save your secret talks for later. Now is the time for you to prove your innocence. By the way, chat, the Sphinxes are like level 68 or something when you fight them. So, if they're only at 10% power, a real Sphinx would be level 680. Monka S. We did it, Master! The Sphinx is retreating into the sky. Good work, Mash. Now pat her little head. Pat, pat, pat. Surprised she managed. Such a weak body. Upon closer inspection, her hands and legs are still trembling. Queen Nitocris! The Sphinx has let us go. Is this the end of your so-called trial? Yes. Very impressive. Your strength has been recognized by the Sun King. In that case, my guidance is unnecessary. Fear not and pass through this storm. The King's benevolence will be your light, and welcome you. Farewell. Ah, she's gone. That just means she's decided to draw the line. She probably thought she'd get too attached if she stayed any longer. And then we would have been able to take her home with us. And we know what happens when I take things home with me. The row wow emote happens. Followed by the Shinobugasm emote. Still, this means we're safe for now. The other Sphinxes around us won't attack. As she said, we should cut through the storm. It's finally time to confront the truth. Damn it, look at that cute Artoria. She's so cute. She's so cute. About what exactly is going on in this singularity. Time to find the truth. Supper of the Sun King, too. Let's take a drink first, because I'm thirsty after all that talking. Thank you very much, Shy Lurker, for gifting a sub to Kana Moon. Kana Moon, welcome to my basement. Glad to have you here. You now have a donut as well. On top of that, you're going to have many, many tentacles all over your filthy body. And if it's not filthy now, it'll be filthy by the end of the day. Anyway, thank you very much, Shy Lurker, for gifting yet another sub, dude. I appreciate it. Rowow? Rowow is an emote. It's a good emote. Kanamoon's not an emote. Seems like a good emote. Anyway, get comfy. We're continuing our visual novel, basically. And thank you very much, Revan Alter, for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Hope you enjoy the show. I like my comfy emote. I think it looks pretty good. I think it's a cute Shinobu. When is Fate Go gonna have the Monogatari crossover event so I can get my 5-star Shinobu servant? When can I go buy a haunted Shinobu plushie that goes caca and eats all of my donuts? When, damn it? The answer is not soon enough. I see the silhouette of the temple. I don't know for certain, but this should be the last hill. The wind is strong. Master, be careful. Stay behind me. I'll deploy my noble phantasm and go straight through. If we can just get past here, we'll... Huh? Camelot blind run? I'm also doing a blind run. I haven't looked up what I'm going to be facing or anything, because a lot of people say, oh yeah, the people that looked it up are going to have a good time. So I want to be one of the people that didn't do it, so that I can be like, yeah, I want to be able to do it myself. Or Seller Welfare Hanekawa. How many stars is Hachikuji then? Hachikuji would probably be like a 2 or 3 star. Her noble phantasm is she bites your head. Or your hand. Get a Santa J. Alter Lily this Christmas, the closest thing you can get to a Shinobu. I know. I look forward to it. Trust me, I look forward to it. Anyway, continuing. What an awesome temple. By the way, it is a really good-looking Egyptian area. The art is so fucking good in this game. It's like a floating city on a sea of sand. What a feat of engineering. You can tell just by looking at it. So that's the palace of the Sun King, Ozymandias. The legendary Shining Temple Complex, Ramsium Tentaris. Yes, yes. What's that? Oh, right. Roman always gives a lecture at times like this. The Sun King, Ozymandias, or originally Ramses II, the greatest, most powerful pharaoh of ancient Egypt. Yes, a true pharaoh among pharaohs who called himself the God King. He brought great prosperity to Egypt around 1300 BC. Legendary Shining Temple, Dajaku, Dajaku! It's not unusual for pharaohs to see themselves as gods. But even then, the Sun King was always the one closest to the sun. Yeah, there's lots of stories about fucking Ramses, who is also known as a great architect. Or if you're, or I guess if they were to localize it as if this was Xenoblade Chronicles 2, a great god. Can't believe they fucking localized god to architect in that game. Anyway, so great that it's even said he proclaimed, "All temples of this earth were built by me." If that's true, he may be linked to the story of humanity's oldest dynamo, the Dendera light system. Damn, those fate emotes are really good. They do what I can't do, and that's make things really pop on small sizes. Because I can pretty easily tell what they are. Maybe I need, like, much thicker lines. Thicker lines. I don't know. I can keep trying in my spare time till I figure it out. Anyway, continuing. He's also called the Construction King as well. That great temple is likely one of his noble phantasms. That's amazing. Sugoi. Let's go inside. This is my first time visiting an Egyptian building. Oh! I don't see anything blocking our way. The inside seems rather cool, too. However, Mash, there's something I want to confirm first. Any transmissions from Roman? Oh, I'm sorry I got carried away. Our connection to the doctor hasn't been restored yet. As expected, this proves my hypothesis. 4W, Mash, the ray shift brought us to the 13th century Middle East. That's for certain. However, this isn't entirely 13th century Earth. My staff can measure magical energy, and the quality of magical energy has changed since we came here. Magical energy here is much older. Nitocris said that this is the territory of Egypt. She wasn't just speaking of our location. This desert is from the BC era. I have no idea why, but in this sixth singularity, the world ruled by Ozymandias has been transported over entirely. Space-time itself is in disarray. That's the reason why we couldn't ray shift to Jerusalem, why we can't contact Chaldea now. No way! Then the sixth singularity isn't the Holy Land, but this desert? I can't say for sure yet. What I do know is that this Egyptian territory is like a foreign body in this world. In addition, according to my measurements, there's another location in this territory whose space-time is distorted. Even more distorted than the desert? Yes, that's a good way to put it. This is just a hunch, but it might be the key to our search. I'm curious as to exactly what it is, but in any event, we should solve the mystery right in front of us first. Let's head to the great temple of Ozymandias. If legends are true, he should be a fussy, handsome boy. Boy spelled B-O-Y instead of B-O-I, meaning not a trap. Sleepy. I'm so sleepy. Sleepy. Senpai, we were given VIP treatment right upon entering the temple. Brought straight to the throne room, but this tanned man rubbing his eyes on the throne, could that actually be King Ozymandias? So you finally come, mysterious travelers. You're a little late, but I don't mind. Having overcome the trial of the Sphinx, you have permission for an audience with the king. Now, bow down before him. If you do, his majesty may awaken from his weariness and speak to you. Let me see, should we be... Chat, should we be haughty dicks, or should we listen to them? I'll let you decide. Should we piss off King Ozymandias, chat? Is this a good idea for us? The sun god? Dicks should always be a dick. No, don't. We should always be a dick.
喜べ少年
We will do it, chat. But how rude! Such insolence in the face of a pharaoh, a god upon this earth. He is the greatest pharaoh, the most courageous, most authoritative pharaoh. He's fit to be a god. He is Pharaoh Ozymandias, subjugator and savior of the land at the end of the world, our ideal king. Hey. How unusual, Nitocris. You may be a great bird, but you were never the type... You may be a great bird, but you were never the type to shout in such a loud voice. Here, I'll put on my manly voice. That's right, chat. I'll put on the Dan Green voice, because everyone knows ancient pharaohs were always voiced by Dan Green. They also very much enjoyed card games, but only if they were played with their feet firmly planted on the ground. They don't like riding those motorcycles. You may be a great bird, but you were never the type to shout in such a loud voice. It seems you've taken quite a liking to them. How joyous, truly joyous. Yugi boy, that's right. Maximilian Pegasus is coming for that ass. Yes. About surfboards and cyberspace? Don't... You stay out of my face with that shit. I apologize, Pharaoh. To utter your true name in such a loud manner. It's a pretty good Pegasus impression, thank you. I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot when I was a kid. Hopefully my man green voice is also doing decent. Draw your last pathetic servant. No, I could do better than that. I could do a closer Kaiba. Draw your last pathetic card, Yugi, so that we can get this farce of a duel over with. That's about as close as I can get. I don't know. Sorry, chat. I can't do better. What about interdimensional card games? I can get down with interdimensional card games. Why not? Sounds like a British Kaiba. That's about as good as I can do. Anyway. That was something for your majesty to do. I regret it thoroughly. Indeed. The crime for stealing my amusement is heavy. Afterwards, cut off an arm and place it into a jar. Yes, thank you for your kindness. It's good enough? Alright, I'll take it. Now then, you're the travelers from a foreign nation. My name is Ozymandias. I am a god. I am the sun. I am the pharaoh who rules this land. That has not changed in the past, nor the present. I grew somewhat tired of being called a rider. This small throne is simply one diversion from my boredom. Also, above all, I'm quite sleepy now. Yes, I feel like an old man who's just awakened from the abyss of death. Thus, I intend to keep this brief. Listen to my grand voice, and remember from the bottom of your soul. You are envoys from Chaldea. You have repaired 5 singularities thus far. And now you appear here in the 6th wedge, this holy land of the sand. I am already aware of all of that. He rides sphinxes? He rides his own pyramid temple thing. If you would question my knowledge, then the answer should now be apparent. I hold the Holy Grail which you seek. That would explain why he can bring his entire country with him. His entire nation. Are you a demon god pillar? Chat, throw a narrow derp up for this. Are you a demon god pillar? Narrow derp. As if I would side with the king of mages. When I descended upon this land, I seized it. Oh? I seized it from the Crusaders. It was fitting for a true king such as myself, after all. Rudup works, right? Yeah, Rudup works. King Ozymandias, that's surprising, but, silently nodding in agreement. Did it just come off? Unthinkable. You must be tired from the trip. While disrespectful, I will forgive you this once. There's nothing wrong with my head. And now that I have the Holy Grail, silently staring at you with a "did you see that" look on his face. Just try to avoid eye contact here. Nitocris! Yes, what do you require, Pharaoh? I don't feel well. I'd like to move my body a bit. Call some fire spirits to wake me up. Here I come, Master of Chaldea. I particularly enjoyed your silence just now. Master, for some reasons unknown, Pharaoh Ozymandias is gearing up for battle. Okay, as expected, this king is a problem child who's always just lived by his own rules. I gotta say, if there's one thing that Ozymandias is, it's hot. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look how fucking hot this guy is. This Bishonen. So, Da Vinci was right that he was a pretty boy. Hey, Dark Lunar Dude, what's up? Hold on. Let's bring this up. All right, we need the proper laugh. There we go. That was quite heated for mere amusement. Thanks to that, my head feels better. Pharaoh, what exactly... No, do you intend to punish these people? Naturally. Their objective is the Holy Grail. The Grail now belongs to me. That means they'll eventually try to kill me. I have no intention of letting them live. What? Are you saying that I personally brought your enemies before you, Pharaoh? Indeed I am. However, Nitocris, I hadn't told you about the Holy Grail, nor have I shared with you any knowledge related to this singularity. That was my own blunder. This is not your crime. That is all because... Honestly, I thought they had perished around the fourth singularity. So much for my speculation. Yada. You're far too slow. Osoi. You're far too slow. There's a limit to how slow one should be. Oh, Master of Chaldea. Humanity in this area collapsed long before you arrived. King Ozymandias? What exactly does that mean? Exactly as I said. In this era, there should have been a war to claim the Holy Land. One side defending, and one side invading. A merciless slaughter between two absolutely incompatible nations. At the end, one side would have claimed the Holy Grail, and the Holy Land would have become a seedbed for a demon god pillar. That is, if you had arrived in this land just a little earlier. But that didn't happen. So that means the war to capture the Holy Land never occurred, correct? After all, the Grail is in your possession, King Ozymandias. If you were likely summoned by someone on the Crusaders' side, And then you naturally oppose them, taking the Holy Land as your own. Is this territory of Egypt something you summoned? And is that what caused the collapse of humanity in this era? And who are you? You seem to be quite knowledgeable. She's Da Vinci-chan. Da Vinci-chan? I don't know of a heroic spirit by that name. However, I can tell by your beauty. With true beauty comes true knowledge, after all. Listen, Da Vinci-chan, or whatever your name is. I intend to take you as my concubine one day. Plan accordingly. He wants to wield Da Vinci's staff. No. My intelligence is only a tiny bit higher than yours, O great Sun King. So, was my theory correct? Can we assume that you're the singularity in this era? Hold on, we need to... Oh god, does he have a big long laugh? Does he have a big long laugh in any of his vocal dialogues? I don't know if he does. Yes? Where? Tell me. Noble Phantasm? No. Ah, here we go. I found it.
ファラオの真意を見るがいい。
I'm sorry to say you're mistaken, foreign sage. There we go. His skill attack has a long one. Has a long laugh. Skill attack. His skill. Did you think that I, the all-powerful Sun King, would use a poison chalice such as the Holy Grail? I'm simply the holder and protector of the Holy Grail. I have no interest whatsoever in the Holy Land. Therefore, listen carefully. The one who turned this era into a unique singularity and utterly destroyed all of humanity. He sits on the throne in what was once Jerusalem, that sacred city devoid of all hope. Which is where you're heading. They call him the Lion King. Simba. The infamous pure white Lion King. Man, the perspective on this drawing is really good. Really neat. Oh. That sure was a storm of events, Senpai. Yeah. But I didn't hate it. It was fun. Oh. Yes. To think that even after doing battle, we'd be treated to an extravagant meal. Although, after all of that, we were told to leave and essentially chased out. Yes. Thinking back to what King Ozymandias said. I believe he said... and then we were on our way.
Yokaro.
There we go. Guests are to be given hospitality, obviously. We people of the desert never refuse hospitality to travelers. We understand the hardships of long journey. However, don't expect us to reach an accord so easily. You've neither the determination nor the dignity necessary. Go and experience the cruel reality of this world. I shall give you one last opportunity after you've done so. I am the tyrant who rules this era. I'm sure you'll return to take my head eventually. At which point you won't be treated as guests. You'll be treated as foolish beasts who dare to oppose me. Now then, I banish you from these Egyptian lands. Seek out the holy city first. We will have words afterward. He's a really nice guy for someone that banished me from his kingdom. After that, we were escorted all the way here, still completely dumbfounded. I wanted to know more about the buildings and stuff there. The Construction King is just too impatient. Are you still discontent, even after the king bestowed precious water and food upon you? Yes, we're very thankful for that. You die a dog's death before leaving the territory of Egypt, I'll lose face. No, I think Mash can do this voice. If you die a dog's death before leaving the territory of Egypt, I'll lose face. That's what King Ozymandias said when he handled all those supplies to us. Exactly. He even let us have materials from the temple. He may be a tyrant, but he's certainly generous. It's like if you pledge fealty to Gilgamesh. Sure, Gilgamesh is the biggest dick ever, but if you are one of his subjects, he will rule over you generously. Because you belong to him then. Chat, I am your Gilgamesh, and you belong to me. That is why I'm so nice to you. Of course, the king may be ruthless, but he's generous to the courageous. Also, it seems the king took a liking to you. Perhaps it was Thor W's... how can I put it? Heir? Or aura? I think it's because your easygoing personality resembles that of an old friend. However, this was just a one-off. Pharaoh Ozymandias is a frightening man. You're fated to die the next time you meet. Don't ever forget that. I'm gonna aura him to death. Ah, shit, my battery power's running out. Ouch. Yes, I thank you for the warning. We're grateful to your hospitality, Queen Nitocris. I simply repaid my debt. You won't receive anything from me again, either. Your Majesty, do you want to ask me something? Hiccups! Hiccups in her! Hiccups! Hold on. Ah, water. Rory. Battery, you must shut up now. Rory. Not really. Seems I lack determination as well. Mash, are you afraid of fighting? You fight bravely like any servant would, but I could tell. Your true nature, that is. It's okay, I could sense it's something to be proud about. Although I'm sure Pharaoh Ozymandias would rebuke it as weakness. However, you're different from me. Despite your fear, you stand and fight without deceiving yourself. It must be nice to have a master and to mutually support each other. This may be an issue considering I'm a pharaoh, but I feel envious. Just a little. She wants me to pat her head and hug her body with my body. What are you talking to Mash about? It's what you'd call girls talk. Don't worry about it. Girls talk? Hello, V-Smack. Thank you for the raid. What's up, everybody from the V-Smack channel? How you guys doing? Anyway, I'll be going now. Once you leave this territory, you'll be in the middle of the land at the end of the world. Oh god, oh jeez. Be careful. Have a good stream? I will. Thank you very much for the raid. How did your stream go? How did the V-Smack stream go? There she goes, riding off on a Sphinx. Yeah, I'm so very jealous. I'd like to try riding a Sphinx at least once. What are you doing, Da Vinci? They got you to do Gawain longer than you wanted, so you sleep now? Alright. Congratulations on getting to or through Gawain, and, have a good night. Thank you very much to the Dirt Wizard for gifting a sub to V-Smack, and now V-Smack can enjoy all the wonderful emotes here. Thanks, Dirt Wizard. Appreciate it. And welcome, V-Smack, to the channel. Welcome to my basement. You are now here to be the object of looting. Yes, you will be looted in the basement. And thank you very much, Breezagore, for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. You enjoy the show, and thanks for the support. Probably the right translation of the Lion King is Lion-Hearted King. The Lion King part is... Oh, okay. Japanese version, it literally means Lion King, but the Japanese use that word to refer to Richard I, aka the Lion-Hearted King. Today I learned. Interesting. I guess that's a nuance that just bypassed the translators on that. And thank you, V-Smack, for the follow as well. Glad to have you here. Have a good night, and thank you very much for the host. Anyway, thanks for asking. It seems that this time we'll have long periods of activity. So I borrowed some word from King Ozymandias for... Ta-da! Ja-jan! As you can see, I tried making a vehicle for desert travel. I call it the All-Purpose Vehicular Ornithopter Sphinx. Chat, are you ready? Ready to see the awesome vehicle that Da Vinci made? Fo-fo! Translation, Da Vinci-chan really is an idiot. This is a buggy. No matter how you look at it, it's really out of place for the 13th century. As expected from Da Vinci-chan, I'm hype. Yes, naturally. I'm a genius after all. A custom-made vehicle built entirely from wood. It has 7 other functions, but we'll talk about those later. She just made a dune buggy. How great. Yes, how great. Mr. Leonardo, do we need a driver's license for this? No need at all, because it doesn't have an engine. It's basically the same as a bicycle. Well, since it uses magical energy in place of gasoline, it can only reach speeds of 60 kilometers an hour, but never mind that. I mean, that's not bad, that's pretty good. Now then, pile in, everyone. No more physical activity required. Our true destination is about 100 kilometers to the east, waiting for us beyond the desert. Roger. Oh! Yahoo! Yeah! Oh? Yeah! I've detected an extra exclamation of joy, Master. We've been surrounded without us noticing. I won't let anyone interfere with Senpai's inaugural drive, eliminating them at full power. Yeah! Alright, let me grab my charger real quick. Let me grab the charger. Chat, look! It's a lion-hearted king. I mean, no spoilers at all. Hey, what's up there, Alicus28 New? How you doing? Self-driving wood buggy bicycles? It's not self-driving. Please. Don't you dare buzz at me. Alright, that should be plugged in. Charging. Hold on. Need to make the phone invisible for a second while I check if it's charging. Can't let chat see my Ilya alarm. If I do, they'll know how lewd I am. Don't know if it's charging right now. I did not. Hey, we're good. We Gucci. We are the Gucciest of Gucci's now, chat. Fixed it. Show us the Ilya alarm. I mean, I could. Nothing that's not allowed on Twitch or anything. Alright, we're back. Pimped electric bikes that drive up to 100 kilometers per hour. You're disappointed by Da Vinci's bug. Da Vinci built it in the middle of the desert with some fucking wood. That's almost as impressive as as Tony Stark building the Iron Man suit in a cave with a box of scraps. It's pretty good. It's pretty impressive. Give me 1 second, chat. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, chat. I fortunately had to go take a pee break. I don't know about you, but I'm a human. I am a human. That means bathroom breaks. We've left the sandstorm. And with the buggy running properly, this is rather pleasant. By the way, are you tired from driving? If you are, I could swap with you. I'm never giving up the wheel. I'm the driving king. Please, don't say that. You should go keep Da Vinci company in the back seat. I'll take the wheel while you do. I'll pull off a magnificent jump from that hill. She just wants to drive. Oh, switching drivers. Yes, good. It's dangerous to drive for more than an hour straight. Is it? But I've been driving this chat for 6 hours straight now, chat. What does that mean? Would you like a meal? Or a massage? We've also got some cold juice. This thing's a little too convenient here. Oh. Of course, you should already know I'm always aware of what's going on. I'll put together any order with aplomb. More importantly, we're almost out of the desert. You can take the mask off whenever you like. But no one cared who I was until I put on the mask. You see, Gotham will now acquiesce to anything I ask them because I put the mask on. Well, no doubt, be able to see what this era's original landscape looks like. You seem to be having fun. Really? If so, my show of courage must be pretty good. The Mona Lisa mustn't lose her smile after all. I need to smile no matter how uneasy I might be feeling. Then again, I suppose my worries will abate soon. Once we're out of Egyptian territory, we should be able to contact Romani again. Yeah, he's probably worried too. I'm sure. But to be honest, I think this was good. Romani should have gotten a little break thanks to this. He's hardly slept a wink since we started the Grand Order. Oh. Was Mona Lisa notes mates. The doctor isn't sleeping. I mean, kinda knew that. Of course. Chaldia lost over 60 staff in that incident. How'd you think such a shortage was being filled? Romani's job doesn't just involve healthcare. Operating the remaining equipment, maintaining Sheba, controlling Chaldia's generators, planning operations, handling race shifts. On top of that, taking care of the mental health of the staff that break down each day. Though that's technically his main job. Since there are no external supplies, the internal staff have to somehow manage. It would take a genius to do all of these things alone, but Romani isn't one. Rude. Wow. Nor is he a heroic spirit. He's an ordinary human. When ordinary humans have that much work, they sacrifice time and stamina. When that isn't enough, they push themselves further, using modern medicine to increase mental acuity or to ignore fatigue. Yeah, I kinda realized. It's okay. It means his efforts didn't go to waste, at least. Also, Chaldea communications aren't ordinary transmissions. Singularities are both realities and unexplored possibilities. Simply being here is enough to make your existence ambiguous. You didn't exist in the 13th century after all. From the point of view of the world itself, you're an unknown. That's why Chaldea has to constantly verify your existence, to make sure your meaning as a person doesn't vanish. This is actually a pretty interesting pseudoscience lore dump. I like pseudoscience when they take the time to try and explain it and actually put thought into it. By certifying that the human named Thor W is real, your existence at the race shift destination is secured. Singularities are uncertain. Even if your body exists, some value could deviate from your original self. It's possible that this hypothetical, slightly different version of yourself could get projected onto Chaldeus. That happens, you can't return to reality in 2018. That's why they constantly monitor you in the command room. They check all numerical values, and if something appears to be deviating even slightly, they return it to normal. This is a job where the slightest disparity, slightest sign can't be overlooked. So Romani and the entire command room staff give everything they have to support your journey. I don't think what he did to MASH was that bad. What he said before the race shift. Right. Romani is still an accomplice in Chaldea's experiments. For that, you can be angry with him and have your doubts. When I was summoned to Chaldea, the first thing I did was denounce Marsbury and Romani. Why am I so angry and scornful? That goes without saying, because ordinary people shouldn't pretend to be geniuses. Marsbury? Who dat? Oh, you didn't know? Marsbury Animosphere, father of Olga Marie and former director of Chaldea. Scree. Bo? Sorry for the sudden break. There are signs of enemies ahead, Master. They're acting like a wall to block our path. We need to eliminate them to cross the sand dune.
They dare interfere with our big jump?
Yes, Master. We'll have them get out of the way of our pleasant drive. I love that.
They dare to interfere with our big jump? Mash, I want you to put them into the ground.
Okay, we're gonna cross the sand dune. Everyone brace for landing after the jump. Ready, chat? Going full throttle. Let's fly, senpai. Whee! Put your hands in the air. Ow, my butt. Nasu names and all? Yeah. Altria. Yeah. Sometimes it's best to ignore what the official English names are supposed to be and insert your own reality instead. AKA the one that doesn't seem dumb and poopy, dumb. Ortoria will always be the true name. Thank you. You are correct. Also, this is set 13th century Middle East? Everything's on fire. Are you sure this isn't 21st century Middle East? Oh, we got jokes. Air temperature 48 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 0%. Atmospheric monodensity 0.3 milligrams. This is awful. This is an environment for humans to live in. Desert Sandstorm was rough, but this is just as harsh. It's exactly as I expected, too. What do you mean? This is the King of Mages' work. He created a singularity by disturbing the foundation of humanity. As a result, human history has become unstable. Everything up to where the King of Mages crosses history is incinerated. Conversely, it meant singularities themselves were safe from the waves of humanity incineration. But, if the foundation of humanity is this disturbed, even singularities would be no exception. My conclusion is that this land will be incinerated in time. That's the reason why King Ozymandias doesn't use the Holy Grail. It makes sense, right? In the end, this land would fall to ruin even without using the Grail. It's terrible. What exactly happened in this era? Oh no. We're surrounded. They're...
Food. They have food. And water. And appetizing women. They must have come running from the Sun King's man-eating beasts. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for surviving for me. Kill, kill, kill. Meat, meat, meat.
No way. These people are human. They aren't servants or illusions. Mosh, Lord W, hit them with non-lethal blows, but only if you can safely do so. They're partially turned into ghouls. At this point, they're finished as human beings. They can only live through hate, envy, and harming others now. They likely won't survive for long either. That's the kind of place this era has become. We've come here to fix that, to reject such an era. To do that, you must wield your sword, Master. The time has come to discard your innocence. And then you get to command yourself in battle, which would be awesome.
That hurts. Damn it. Damn you. I thought I finally found some good meat. Damn it, you scum. Why don't you just die, damn it?
The battle's over. Tried my best to use non-lethal force. Most of them ran off from the pain, but about 10% of them continued attacking. This is what happens when they still have a brain to think, but the only way to stop themselves becomes death. Facing opponents like that has the effect of turning one heartless as well. I'm impressed. You didn't kill a single one. Although they all fainted in agony. Sorry. Well, you've still kept it together. That's pretty significant, too. I've nothing to scold you about. But we need to get moving. There could be more of them lurking about. I mean... we still have plenty of supplies, right? Did you hear that? What do you think, Mash? I personally oppose it, but what about you? Yes, I vote in favor. That's 2 votes against 1, Da Vinci. Very well. It'll only provide temporary peace of mind, but 1 sip of water can shine light back into one's life. Take a sip of water, chat. Take it, heartless ladies and gentlemen. You'll likely have forgotten by tomorrow, but consider this half a day of relief.
Yeah, water. Move, that's mine. I worked the hardest. You all come after me.
Angry scrambling. Okay, time to withdraw. Everyone, get in the Sphinx-mobile. Alright, gang, let's get in the Sphinx-mobile while we got the chance. Oh! Thank you very much, Shy Lurker, for gifting a sub to Slowbrofist. Slowbrofist, welcome back to the basement. Thank you very much, Shy Lurker, for continuing to gift subs, dude. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you so very much. Slowbrofist, please come for your monthly tentacling. By monthly, I mean daily.
Hold on. Are you going east? Don't tell me to the Holy City.
Yes, to the Holy City. Is there a problem? It is the only city around here, right?
Yeah. The Holy City's the only city. A land of dreams where they have everything. The city where the great Lion King, who massacred every crusader trying to burn this world down, resides.
So the crusaders really have been eradicated. But the Saracens have also been driven out? And Lion King again. Thought it was merely a rash remark by the Sun King, but apparently he really exists. Someone called the Lion King. This is getting even more complicated.
Be careful. Beauty makes things all the more dreadful. Don't go near the walls. If you don't want to die, go back to the desert.
Okay. Thank you for the advice. Foe! Cheerno subs attack. When Cheerno subs attack, they wind up missing unless you move into the attack yourself. In fact, you can just sit still and you can just sway back and forth and spray your hot shots all over Cheerno's face. Cheerno can't do anything about it. Thank goodness I finally got you on the line. Are you all okay? Did any unexpected accidents happen again this time? Good old Dr. Roman. Yes, this is the kind of entertainment we expect from him. Anyway, this isn't the time for a casual chat. Glad you're safe. We were constantly able to see Thor W's signal, but we couldn't establish a connection at all. Sorry we couldn't provide any support for 2 days. What's the situation over there? Right. I'll report the details about what happened so far. After the ray shift, we... So, that's what happened. Egypt from the BC era is in 13th century Middle East. No wonder the transmissions failed. We don't have time to recalibrate, so Egypt will be our weak point moving forward. Still, King Ozymandias, huh? Again with the troublemakers showing up. But we should have reliable allies this time. Ozymandias mentioned a Lion King, right? There's no mistake that he's Richard I. If King Lionheart is there, we should be able to deal with the Sun King. You should meet up with the Crusaders and try to convince Richard to... What's with that face? Why does it look like you're trying to hold back laughter? Did I say something funny? It's time for Da Vinci-chan to step in. Getting late? Oh my god, it's 8 o'clock. When did that happen? Chat, we got so wrapped up in the visual novel that it became 8 o'clock. Jeez. Good night, Dirt Wizard. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed hanging out and had a good day at work, if you were at work. Porch tattoo. Roman, you wanted to hear about unexpected accidents, yes? Then be happy. The Crusaders have already been wiped out. Oh, hold on. I need to say that again. Is it that shocking? Of course it's shocking, because... Anyway, I'll send the data from Chaldea. A picture's worth 1,000 words, and you'll know once you look at the singularity map. See? There's a big city in this singularity. There's no mistake that the Crusaders have occupied it. Since that's there, it must mean that the Crusaders have taken the Holy Land. This isn't historically correct, but that's how it is now. Yet you're saying that the Crusaders were wiped out? Then who exactly could be? Wait, I've picked up traces of life. There's a powerful servant signature very close to you. Understood. Stopping the Sphinx Mobile. What should we do, Master? Let's hide and watch. Wow, does that work? Yes, it does. Wow. And thank you very much, Shy Lurker, for wowing all over chat. Thank you very much for gifting a sub to Bushmallow. Bushmallow, welcome to my basement. Glad to have you here. I hope you enjoy your time with inside of the Lolly Corch Tattoo basement here. Prepare yourself for every squishy, slimy tentacle that you could possibly imagine to be all over you. Shy Lurker's just comfily dragging people into the basement. Now then, back to our visual novel story. This is it. Escaping with this many of our brethren is impossible. How humiliating and regrettable. Guess it all ends here. Man, what's Tristan's... What's his voice? Let me see if I can find... I have no clue what his voice is. Here, let's find out.
始めましょう。悲しみの歌を。ではそろそろ。
Okay, he seems very bored almost.
さようなら。悲しまずともいいのです。私はこれが宿命です。
Let's see. Sad. So very sad, old man of the mountain. You were alone. Escaping this dilemma would be easy. However, you've accepted this fate. Shh, he's sleeping. It's a yaoi voice for sure? Yeah, probably. Frightened people of the Holy Land follow you. Remain behind to protect them. You do not protect the worthless. You suffer the loss of what is worthy. I find that far too sad. Yuri Plisetsky. That means be Uchiyama, I think its name. That's assassin class servant and an archer class servant, perhaps. They seem to be hostile to each other. Behind the assassin are about 40 civilians. So yeah, gay boy. Yay! Yowie. I mean Yuri on ice. The archer, on the other hand, is alone. Master. I can't stop trembling when I look at that archer. It hurts my heart. Let's help the assassin, right, chat? We help people. No. You mustn't move a single step. They'll notice. Damn. Look at that face. Look how serious Da Vinci is. He also plays some dude in Free? I bet he does. They notice it's over. We'd be killed by that archer. That's a gift. Worthy. You say I have more worth than them? Indeed. Even with my bow, capturing you would be troublesome. Then we'll make a deal. Your sense of chivalry is true. I offer you my life. In exchange, allow the people to go free. How noble of you. But what exactly do you mean by allowing them to go free? I'm not permitted to withdraw. My most sincere apologies. I cannot leave this place until I capture all of you. Then I will accept your right arm and legs in exchange for my head. For one day, your legs will not move and your right arm will be held in check. My head may be pitiful, but it should be a good match as compensation. But what? Wait, I cannot allow that. If you do, you'll... I take that as acceptance. If so, your pardon. Run! Run, my brethren! Cursed arm in the east will accept you. Damn. That's pretty metal. Thank you very much, Shy Lurker, for gifting another sub, this time to True Blitz Kaiser. True Blitz, welcome to the basement. Congratulations, you have a donut now. And oh, what's this? Uh-oh. What's that crawling up your little pants legs? It's a bunch of tentacles. Oh, look at that. They came to play. Congratulations, True Blitz. You now get to know the true joy of being in the basement. Thank you. Thank you very much. To sever one's own head would be unbecoming of me to do anything but fulfill my side of the agreement. Well done. Very impressive. However... Chat, you ready for some shit? I hope your monkas are very est. Because there's a however at the end of that statement. What have I... When did I fall? Wait, what? My head, it... Ah! Ah! I'm sorry, that was probably loud. I probably woke up everyone. Oh, how sad I am. I did say I cannot allow it. And to force me not to move a single step. Such conceit. Arrows don't suit Failnaugh's bewitching string. Plucking its string creates a blade of sound that severs my enemies. I can cut these bags of flesh with a single breath, without taking a single step, without even aiming. No! Help! Help! Oof. Foolish old man of the mountain. You should have said instead, do not move a single finger. So they're hyping up this boy pretty fucking hard right now. My murder boner is at full mast after that one. Oh yeah. It's not only he didn't make a deal to not move a single step. It was both that and to not use his right arm. So literally all he was doing was plucking the string. And plucking the string is all it takes, apparently. How terrible. Those people aren't even resisting. Endure it. He'll kill us too if we go out there now. Not exaggerating when I say that archer is more powerful than the servants we've come across so far. We must hide until he leaves. Even you can tell he's no friend, right? Yes. That's exactly right, I'm sure. It appears that all we're doing with Fate Go on stream today is catching up to the story, because this took a lot longer than I thought it would. I see no survivors. Everyone had their heads cut off. Got a grasp of the situation. That archer. How merciless can you get? Seem to be from opposing sides, but still. To cut down civilians like that. Story's pretty long if you voice all of it, and I'm gonna voice all of it. Cheers, Slane. What reason was there for it? Was he just a homicidal maniac? We can speculate later. OW, our turn's come up. Curse you. Curse you. This resentment. I cannot die even in death. Wow, this person wouldn't even die if you killed her. Such inexperience. To misread the cruelty of the enemy. I cannot forgive them. I cannot. This regret. Who can dispel such regret? The assassin's body. Is this a vengeful ghost? No. It's a shadow servant. Perhaps due to some affinity for this land, its powerful grudge has remained and animated itself. If left alone, it'll turn into a monster that attacks people indiscriminately. Before that happens, Thor W. Got it. Let's put it to bed. Yes. As a knight, I pray this soul finds peace. Spirit Origin Core destroyed. This should do it. such a shameful display. All the way to the very end. I thank you for putting me to rest, unnamed servant. You still have kindness to offer. Please, bury my brethren. It seems fighting really was the only choice. Laugh at my inexperience. First arm. That ends this situation. Master, why don't you teach me how to send someone off in these lands? Yes. We might not be able to do it well, but we can try to give it some sort of meaning. That was an unnamed Hassan, right? Possibly. I don't know. It looked just like 100 Faces, though. So... would have actually been her. Thank you so much. You've saved us. Not only did you drive away those bandits, but you've escorted us as well. No need to thank us. In fact, thank you for telling us the way to go. You all live around here, right? Where are you going with such a large group? Why, the Holy City, of course. That's the only safe place now. Invaders came, burned the land, and took the Holy Land. But the great Lion King drove out the unjust Crusaders and opened the Holy Land to us. We don't know where the king and his knights came from, but we're thankful that they slaughtered those Crusaders. Still, there are some who lament over such a shameless city being built on the Holy Land. However, the teachings of God are eternal. Regardless of what form the city takes, our prayers will never change. It was intoxicating mist, they just used their 100 Faces sprite. Oh, yeah, maybe. You might be right on that. The Crusaders were destroyed by the Lion King? Sounds less and less like Richard I. Does that mean you're refugees heading to the Holy City? Do they allow people of different races to enter? Yes, of course. I hear that the Lion King rejects none. Once a month, the Holy City has a ceremony called the Ritual of Holy Selection, which they accept refugees. If you can reach the Holy City by that day, you won't have anything else to worry about. We were wondering about going ourselves, but then our village was burned down. I see. Sorry to hear that. Is this everyone from the village? No, only about half. There were some in the village who think ill about the knights residing in the Holy City. They headed to the mountainous region. There's a village there. But that region is a desolate land. If one wishes to survive in this land, the Holy City is the only real option. Thanks for collecting information. Looks like the refugees went on ahead. Yes, if we stay together, we'll stand out too much. We still don't understand the full situation, so it's better to act in secret for a while longer. I mean, the buggy only fits 3 anyway. That's right. We still can't tell who's friend or foe in this situation. King Ozymandias of Egypt, the Holy City and the Lion King residing there. Finally, servants in skull masks. Ones we've already crossed paths with twice. They all seem to be assassins. Considering the era, those wearing skull masks would naturally be from the Old Man of the Mountain assassination group. This is their home territory. In fact, the term assassin is derived from their group. 'Cause 100 Faces Hassan and Hassan of her Serenity have got them asses that you want to get in. Ayy! Sun King, Lion King, group of assassins. Does this mean it's a 3-way deadlock? No, I doubt that. I highly doubt that. I think the assassins are probably really weak. Exactly. Nitocris and Lucius mentioned something strange after all. This is just speculation, but it all fits. The Sun King and the Lion King have formed a non-aggression pact. Remember, Lucius said that the Holy City Knights would have no reason to abduct Nitocris. The one who rules this land is most likely the Lion King. The Egyptian territory is an independent, separate nation. Hence, we can assume that the kings have formed that pact. Though they oppose each other, they don't fight. It's a Cold War. Is this event hard? I hear it's supposed to be hard. I mean, it's a singularity story thing, and I hear it's supposed to be a lot more challenging than the past ones. Like, a lot more. I'm excited. Perhaps the mountain people, the group of assassins, can't tolerate that and carry out resistance activities. I see. Getting a general grasp of the situation. First, like the refugees, you should head to the Holy City. There's some things we need to ascertain. First, who are these knights who destroyed the Crusaders? And second, how are things there now? Said NA Camelot was nerfed? What? Boo, I want it to be harder than Japan. Harder. Bigger. Harder. Throbbinger. Anyway. Yes. King Ozymandias said that the Holy City is the source of the singularity. We need to go and see if that's the truth. I think that was the one I just did, was 2 out of 2. I think we're all caught up now. Yep, sure did. We're all caught up now, chat. Everybody. Punch, 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 punch. Hooray! Let's celebrate with an Excalibur!
束ねるも